Jamie, see if you can find a stout branch and something to use as a fulcrum. Ben jumped to this new task, always the loyal deckhand. But Jamie hesitated and gave a warning shh as the doctor made to speak again. That was when I heard footsteps, booted footsteps on gravel, an angry shout, and I turned and was alarmed to see 8 or 9 men running along the train line towards us. At first I thought they were railway officials worried about the obstruction we were causing. But as they drew closer, I could see they were wearing berets and blue uniform coats and brown shirts. And they were carrying guns.
Claws tore at me, at my hands and my face. Claws of wood. My parachute was caught in the grasping branches and I heard it tearing. I fell through the trees and misjudged where the ground was in the dark. I hit like a wet sack, almost jolting my bones from my body. I lay, winded, helpless, for a minute, and if anyone had found me, then that would have been it. Game over. I twisted my knee, but nothing broken. I got to my feet. The first thing I saw was that damn parachute, half shredded, fluttering above my head like a giant white flag to signal where I'd come down. I had to shift it before daybreak. It must have taken an hour of climbing, reaching, tearing to collect all the pieces I could. I buried them under dirt and stones and dead leaves, as I'd been trained to do. Then I turned my thoughts to the more difficult and dangerous task ahead of me. The task of surviving and of remaining free in a hostile land.
Run! Yelled the doctor, and the 4 of us ran, separating to make ourselves harder targets. Ben, of course, was already at the tree line, and I found myself heading instinctively to him. And then the shots rang out. I stopped, and I turned, and my heart caught in my throat as I saw Jamie fall. I wanted to go back for him, but it was too late. The brown shirts had closed in around him, and I couldn't tell if he was moving or not. And then Ben was by my side, and he had my arm, and he was pulling me away from there. We ran through the forest, ducking, weaving, doubling back on ourselves, and at first I could hear more footsteps and shouting behind us, but they soon fell away. Oh, who were those men? I asked, as we came to a breathless halt. From the uniforms, said Ben grimly, I'd say milice, the French Gestapo, and just as bad as their German counterparts. You mean we've gone back in time? To the war? I asked. But Ben didn't get the chance to answer, because at that moment a shape came crashing through the undergrowth. He grabbed me again and pushed me behind him, but the new arrival proved to be a familiar one. Oh, Doctor, I cried, thank goodness you're okay. But Jamie, did you see? They shot him, Doctor. They shot Jamie. No, Polly, said the doctor, making a calming motion with his hands. I'm sure Jamie will be fine. The last I saw of him, he was back on his feet, just nursing an injured shoulder. But he's still a prisoner, ain't he? Yes, Ben, he is still that. Then we have to do something about it, don't we, said Ben. Casting around, he saw a thick branch, which he seized and hefted like a club. We'll need some kind of a diversion, said the doctor. If Polly and I can lure a few of those soldiers out here into the woods... Oh, it sounds awfully dangerous, I put in. Those men had guns, and from what Ben said... Well, yes, the doctor admitted, but our terrain will give us an advantage. As we've already seen, it isn't easy to shoot through these trees in the dark. Of course, if you'd rather wait behind... I would not, I protested. It's Ben I'm worried about. The milice are bound to leave a few men on guard. Don't worry about me, Duchess, grinned Ben. You just give me a chance to get behind those blighters. They won't know what's hit 'em. Excellent, said the doctor, and he clapped his hands with enthusiasm. Ben will free Jamie, and the 4 of us will regroup back here. And then? I asked. He pursed his lips and furrowed his brow. Well, Polly, then perhaps we should heed Jamie's wise advice. I think we've seen all we need to see of this time and place, don't you?
For 3 nights I trekked across countryside. I knew my descent would have been seen, but search parties would be out for me. I couldn't stay put.